It's been an interesting bracket today. Like, some crazy matchups with RP4 and Luxray, and then the couple games with, I think it was RP4 and BW, all playing some crazy characters today.
No, very true. And I mean, like, I think we might have a return to some level of normalcy next. Luxray might say, so it looks like we got a strike for SV. Smashville is out. But no, yeah, I think we might return to some form of normalcy in a minute. I'd be really curious to see who actually does. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I think BW messed around with a couple of different options in winners finals earlier. I think he eventually did he go back to no, it was Terry Bogard that he finished it up with. So I'm wondering if he feels pretty confident in Terry versus Luxray, or did he feel confident in Terry playing against who Luxray picked at that time?
I think it was a pick thing, because personally, when people switch it up on me like that, where they're playing a different character, but they are like just as skilled in terms of like knowing how to like mess with my like main with that character, that like it can be almost tilting in a way, because it's like you practice all this time against and know like that person's habits, but now you're playing against the same person and they know all your habits, but you have no clue what they're gonna do with this entirely different character. And the best and honestly healthiest thing you can do sometimes is just hope that you have a character that's like skilled enough against theirs, and maybe confuse them as well, that now that you've got some data on how they play. But it looks like Luxray is playing the Incineroar, and BW is sticking with the Terry. And I don't entirely agree with this, but I can understand from past situations why BW would want to at least start with this, especially since he's got an entire set to at least try this out. And since this is still just the first best of 5, if he gets lucky and wins game 1, he can continue to experiment, or decide that was way too close, let's switch back to Mega Man. And I don't know which we'll see here, because stuff like this can happen where all of a sudden you have a meter almost max rage Terry, and you can really fear for your life as the Incineroar getting stuck on ledge. But you have to have some consistency with those inputs, man. You can't be quarter circling the wrong way.
I feel this entire tournament series is roached with experimentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we've seen, even throughout this day, I mean, there's some days where they are like, okay, we just want to play it safe, but other times, I don't think I've ever recalled a tournament week where absolutely everyone played it safe and stuck to their mains. I'm one of those guys. Even though I'm one of those guys who abide by that philosophy, stick with your main, you'll be better off that way.
Yeah, I think that while I'm also like that, I've been caught trying to switch up my whole thought process sometimes. Like, I played against Chompy on stream in Santiago a couple times, where you'll catch me playing a Wolf or a Palutena to kind of just get some different type of data.
Good Pac-Man, though, I can say that myself.
Yeah, that's the resident Pac-Man.
Yes, sir. I am
Pac-Man player in residence.
I am the Waka Waka Circle. And yeah, but I think once I come back, if I ever do like this summer, probably I'd say, or this spring, when I come back, I probably will experiment a lot more. And I think that's because I've gotten to a point where a lot of these players do know my habits, and I think the same can definitely be said for BW, Luxray, and Chompy and Handy. So I think that especially as it gets closer and closer to offline coming back as well, I'm gonna wanna, and these players as well, are gonna wanna know what kinds of characters they may be interested in, at least like having some sort of like pocket in, or some sort of like practice in when they come back to offline. I've been at college. I've been practicing my Min and my Steve as well. And Min-Min's a character who's recently become extremely recognized as a great character, and I've recently been really hard practicing just to have some sort of understanding of that character. But this match, it seems like BW is definitely riding with that Carrion. He's almost at go.
Yeah. I mean, I just said you mentioned that you were practicing Mian Mian, and I think Mian Mian as a character, I've had trouble understanding what she could do predominantly. I mean, from on face value, she looks like a floaty, but
Yeah.
she looks like a floaty. She's a grappler that can have that true to her source material can engage you can hook you at very far range, but ultimately ultimately is she one big giant bruiser is what I could say.
Yeah, it's interesting because of the different types of arm types she can have. She has the soccer ball, like wrecking ball one. She has the ram, which is like the circle, like discus kind of looking thing, and then she has the dragon arms. And so what I've learned and what I've watched from better players of the character is that you can combine the left and right arms to essentially combo from like halfway across stage. So like you can use the discus circular one with the dragon one at like 0% to do like a 60% combo, or even like a 0 to death with just 2 hits. The character over time gets extremely damaging as you get more and more complex in their combo game, but most of the time you are trying to stay away. And I think that for a lot of these players, like, you're gonna have characters that may look a bit less practiced, but they are wanting to experiment because they just want to try and keep their eggs away from being in the same basket.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're just in a pickle and you need some sort of like hidden idea or tactic that may just involve another character. But what we're seeing is Town and City back to the classic Mega Man and Incineroar. And I think the one thing that the Terry just didn't work out in is Incineroar, like we've kind of talked about and joked about earlier, Incineroar is great when he can hit you, but when he can't hit you, like, it just is not fun. And for Terry, he has to get close. And Incineroar kind of just took advantage of the fact that Terry has to be close, and Luxray has no trouble with comboing as Incineroar. He knows all of the setups and tricks that he needs to do to get comboed, but BW, knowing that you cannot just regular get up against a fully charged Mega Man side smash, is now just kind of taking advantage and getting as much extra credit as he does. Great
Back
DI coming out.
On that great DI on that back throw.
That's that. Yeah.
And the grapple.
Luxray was setting that up. Yeah.
Luxray is so good at getting that. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I just slow to react? I'm like, what's going on, man? And no, it's sometimes just Luxray, like, he conditions you to stand at a certain spot by doing moves and then, like, forcing you to shield for a split second or something. And all of a sudden, he's in your face with that grab. And it's so damaging. But as we're seeing, like, unlike that last match with Terry, because BW can kind of stay just like at medium range. Like, sure, Luxray is getting these hits in here or there with those side Bs and everything, but for the most part, we're seeing percent lead is in BW's favor. So as long as he doesn't overextend himself too far, he definitely, I think, has the stock in the bag. And that might have been the overextension he needed. Yep. He went for all of it, and yeah. Gosh, what's that? The term for that? There was a player that, the jump off of Angel platform just threw out hitboxes named after, and I can't remember off the top of my head. There's something with an H, but this player would always, like, as soon as they die, they'd jump off Angel platform right away and just try to hit you with their fastest aerial. And they're now cemented in Smash history for that.
Ooh, both of them going for grabs again.
That's not good. Oh my god, really great DI. Actually had to jump that way too, and so for those of whom are unaware, to make yourself live even longer than just with DI, you can sometimes jump as soon as your character is no longer flying from the hit.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it'll let you go even vertically higher so that you don't keep getting sent just to the right or left, but
Judo Chop has other things to say besides that.
Yeah, it doesn't let you jump out of that when you're getting hit in the throat. That judo chop.
Luxray up 2-0.
Yep.
Hopefully he's looking to try to reset the bracket here.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see BW either try another stage out or just pick another character entirely. Because I think that regardless of which option BW chooses, I think it may be a bit inevitable at this point to try and like use your energy on trying to run back and try to like win this set. Because that's so many games that you have to win, and then you don't want to like do that to your mentality when like you're trying your best to win this set, and you give them too much information and then lose the set anyways. Whereas you could just kind of play like at like half power and just see how they do, and learn a bit more about what your opponent's going to do.
Very true. Very true.
Let's see what stage we're going to. I think we're running it back to Smash Town in the City. And I think that's a great pick. I think that sometimes all you need is just another chance to fight in the same circumstances. And we're seeing a bit more responsiveness come out from BW with the ability that he's doing, where he's just going in and making sure that he's moving more. And I think that something that a lot of players kind of forget about Incineroar, he's not like Ganondorf. He's not somebody that is gonna struggle to hit you like multiple times. Whereas like Incineroar, he has great fast moves. It's just that he's literally just a slow runner.
Slow runner, yeah.
That's it. And so a lot of people will hold shield on Incineroar and kind of disrespect his moves. And between his grabs and his aerials, like, Incineroar is a really fast character in every way but running. Like, you gotta respect the man and his strengths. Or the cat, rather. Respect the cat.
Well, he cannot do revenge on the charged up Mega Buster.
Yeah. Pretty evenly matched, I'd say, right now. But I think BW has to keep in mind that he cannot weave in and out this rashly. He just keeps going in, and he's kind of staying a bit too close to the grab range of Luxray. Yeah. With Incineroar. Like it's okay, but it could be like way better in terms of like where he's kind of deciding to stand still. And with just a couple very small adjustments, he could really do well to stay out of the way of these hits. But I'd say it's still pretty like even with the loss of the stock, because I just think that BW, it just seems in this set, has been almost there, but at the same time I could honestly foresee he's just trying to see what sort of options Luxray is willing to make, or like what options he's willing to read from BW, and is taking most of this data for the game one of the next set. So we'll see what happens, if he's able to take this game, or if it's just going to go to game one, true finals. Oh, he takes the stock with that nice back air. That was really sweet. Wow, uses the jump to slow himself down. I don't know how much longer he'll live as Mega Man. And there it is.
And there it is. We've got a bracket reset, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Complete sweep for a bracket reset.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. Even if, even for VW, a lot of the times it can be so challenging for players to continue the bracket reset, because sometimes people will let you win the 3 games and just essentially kind of wear you out mentally. Like, they'll play the game, but as soon as each game happens, they'll just kind of let it slide.
Yeah. And if you guys are interested in catching any of the replays from tonight's action, be sure to hop on over to our YouTube page over at IPG_esports. You guys will be able to see archives of each and every match that we streamed on stream tonight. Once again, thanks to our resident archiver, Bobby. Thank you so much, Cherry, for continuing the good work from Chompy and Handy, of course. So yeah, you know, you guys will be able to catch all of the updates there. We've hit over 50 subscribers, so I was pretty excited about that. We're still in search of trying to get to that full 100, so we can go ahead and set up that custom URL. So if you guys get a chance to, please be sure to jump over to our YouTube page and give us a subscribe there. All right, bracket reset time. BW Styles, I've seen him play 2 different characters, and Luxray smushed them both, winning 3-0 right now. He's got 3 games in a row. Let's see if he keeps that streak going. Looks like, are they agreeing to go back to PS2?
I'm not sure.
It does look like it. It does look like
yeah.
it. That decision was made at 10:09, and it's
yeah.
currently 10:10. So
I don't know. But yeah, I think that's just it's almost like a courtesy, because a lot of times you'll see in grand finals, like if they don't like PS2, they'll try and strike back to whatever it is they wanted, and it can be pretty gruesome to try and do that. But even then, PS2, decent stage for Mega Man, pretty wide. We're gonna be seeing some comboing for both, but let's see what the difference is this set versus last set for BW.
Yeah.
right now we're off to more of the same right now. Luxray really might have his ticket.
Yeah.
There we go.
One thing
BW
I wish,
getting into rhythm.
There he goes. I wish BW would go for more of those F smash that ledge, and switch up the timing significantly.
Yeah.
To kind of like force a different get up option from Luxray.
Can Luxray not revenge that sticky bomb?
It's really hard to. So essentially, it doesn't deal damage once it hits him. So like once it sticks to him, he can't just like activate the counter
Got
and
it.
Counter. He actually has to down B as soon as it explodes, and even then it's a multi-hit move. So like, the counter doesn't work like a shield does, where it'll like auto do it. He'll get the counter for the first hit, but then all the other explosion hits will just deal damage.
Gotcha.
It's just very hard. You also can, if Incineroar or Luxray were to roll through or grab BW while the bomb's attached to himself, he could actually transfer that bomb to BW, and then BW would have B-bomb attached. So sometimes it might just be better to try and move around and force him to get caught by it.
Gotcha.
Almost had
called
that.
him out on that one.
Yeah, Luxray had to be very confident about his choice of option there, because even when he was rolling, at any point BW could have let go of it, but I think it was because Luxray this whole time has been just regular getting up and really smart. And the armor from the up B saved him there. That was really smart stuff. Wow, air dashing back to ledge. Very dangerous stuff, but oh my god, they're both just rolling. That's so scary. Yeah. Luxray so consistent, man, with those side B confirms. Like, you'd think he'd miss one, and I genuinely can't think of a time where he missed one playing in a tournament.
Just missing it, yeah, outright. No, yeah, he might get his stuff, but no, I mean.
Yeah. There it is. Alright, last stock of game one. Pretty close, I'd say.
Both of them pretty tied up. That was pretty close right there.
Yeah. It's crazy how close this is getting between these two.
Woo, just makes it back. Oh, oh.
That's so scary.
Parry on the Mega Buster. Oh, just out of range. Tied at 117%.
Yeah, this is down to the wire, and it's crazy how it's like the same percent of everything. Like, these guys are doing everything to each other. I wouldn't mind seeing more of these games just on PS2 where it just seems so balanced right now. Like, these guys are really like just neck and neck the entire way through.
Talk
Oh,
about
that is-
making it back by the hair of his chinny chin chin. Forsaken
Yeah.
Santiago, 2 classics fighting for the title. Yep.
Yeah, and I think right there too, with that forward aerial that he threw out, like it was I think it was like a panic option for BW. Was that like it was an okay option to throw out, but like as we see with Luxray is that he was able to just kind of throw out that forward tilt and punish that option while he was landing, and I think that in that situation, he is pretty vulnerable, so there isn't much BW could have done, and it was so close that I don't blame him for going for it. But in the future, he might have wanted to go for a Nair, or even just trying to get to ledge, because Nair as a projectile, it doesn't risk your body as much as it does, since he'd have to get through the projectile to hit you, rather than just hitting your arm.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But
Let's
other than
get back
that,
into
it was
it.
so close.
Yeah. No, that one could have went either way. You hate to lose that kind of match.
Yeah, because it's just so necessary to win. Like the easy ones to accept are the ones where it's like there's just no way I could have performed better. But like as like a 3-stock or a 2-stock, but like it's really hard to.
When you're separated by one move, one mistake, that type of thing.
Yeah. Alright, pretty even again on this Battlefield stage. And I think the reasoning behind this was just giving BW more movement options that maybe on PS2 he doesn't get with the lack of that top platform.
Yeah.
And especially the horizontal width of the stage with PS2, whereas Battlefield being a much closer stage in terms of the width, it's much narrower. And I don't know about that. If that's the reasoning behind it. If that's the reasoning, then it's okay, because I think Mega Man is good aggressive, but at the same time, it gives so many different ways for Luxray to recover around these projectiles.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, barely missed that back air. That was a great air dodge. Goes for the back throw. Doesn't get the kill yet. Just barely hanging on at 140%. Gets back air. Finally takes that stock. 50% damage put on by Luxray.
By Luxray already. Yep.
Yeah, it's very impressive stuff. Oh, you can't be doing that. It's gonna get the fair combo. And there it is. At 100%.
At 100% already. Yep. Just went from being down 50% to now basically being at kill percentage.
Yeah. All Luxray needs now is a good F-tilt read. He doesn't need anything too committally. He barely has taken damage this stock. And sure, Luxray or BW could come back with some sort of crazy comboing or just some projectiles with Rage, as he is at max Rage. But, and that is starting to look like the case. I just think that there's no way Luxray doesn't get something soon. But see how that time BW is so smart. He does jumping nair into jab, and since it's the same type of little lemon projectile, that side V grab that has killed BW so many times was unable to come out, and has actually allowed the stocks to be completely tied up by BW, and instead of being down a bunch like he was earlier. So great comeback for him. Needs to win this game though in order to keep this in terms of just points tied. So hopefully he's able to do something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looks like, you know, Luxray trying to go for the go-ahead on this one, trying to see if he can go up by 2, really put the pressure on BW to, you know, break this win streak at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing too out of range, but I think one of the things I've seen BW successfully do with his Mega Man, and I think having the ledges, you're right, definitely probably helps him in that, is protect the ledge, man.
Oh, wow, that was so... What a call out with that F smash. So much was going on. BW, I don't think expected to land on top of that platform, but it benefited him so much as it just made it so hard for a punishment to come out from Luxray. And I think right here is where he freaked out, got the fair. That was a great read there. Put the pressure with the F smash, got the back air, gets the another F smash here, got him in disadvantage, tried to push it the F fair, jumps around that neutral B, misses it, and just tries to run off and punish him, and Luxray was ready. He just knew that some sort of hasty attack was going to come out and punished perfectly with that F smash. Really good stuff.
Lamomo wants to try to do a Thug Finals. I'll see. I was going to say, we've been commentating for a long time. We might have to do a friendlies tomorrow.
That would be so cool to see a first to 5 or first to 3, like, but it's like Thug to 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's unofficial, off the books.
All right, let's get ready to hop back into this. No indecision here. I think, yep, they're going right back to Battlefield. I think BW Styles feels confident in his ability here. Probably may have said, hey, I probably made some bad reads or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think he was definitely feeling himself at the end, and I think that the decision to just keep moving at the end, while I think it was a good decision, I also think, like, there are times where you just, even if you are feeling like you should be moving, just the light hesitation, like, can cause people to really mess up their timings. And for Luxray, he knew that he was going to need to do something quickly to stop that momentum that was building up for BW. And what he needed to do to stop that was to bait him into, like, approaching from a way he could punish. And what BW did was he ran off that platform without any sort of projectile on him. He didn't have the leaf shield on, he didn't have the saw in hand. And unfortunately for him, that kind of allowed Luxray to just throw out that kick and get the F smash read. And now we're gonna see that kill with the down or the back throw. But unfortunately, that DI is way too good for BW. Really good stuff seen from him, being able to live, taking advantage of that good DI. But I don't know. That's
a star kill.
Yeah. Really good extra kill with that up throw. And like, if you are convinced that Incineroar is not that good, I don't blame you. Luxray definitely makes this character look like he is pretty dang good. And I think that's just a mix of Luxray being real good at what Incineroar excels at. And what that is getting opponents to come to you, as well as keeping them in some sort of disadvantage. And there, we're seeing Luxray force BW to lose his stock a bit early and just edgeguard without even needing to get off stage.
And right now, BW Styles could be on his last stock for the evening.
Yeah, it's not looking too
We're not
hot.
going to have a 3-stock right to end this, are we?
To end it, I don't think so. No, I think BW is going to take a stock.
Come on, BW, don't go out like this.
No, I definitely see him taking a stock. Oh, he charged up for so
Man.
long.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Although,
Luxray does have
That's a
full.
sticky bomb.
Oh,
parry.
he tried to parry.
that's a
to
multi-hit. Oh, you can't do that anymore. I think he was trying to zab the saw on the ground while he was in Leaf Shield animation. But they patched that out very early in the game. It was super good. It made Mega Man in this game like really good. It was super cool. Really great air dodge from BW. I don't know if anybody caught that, but when the up B came out for Luxray, BW air dodged it so that he wouldn't get carried with Luxray. Really smart stuff there, but it might be a bit too little too late as he is at 94%, but he
But
is
if he
edge
could get
guarding.
this stock here could be it.
Yeah, definitely, but ooh, great DI, but I don't know. Oh, really smart stuff using the up B on ledge, like, or not on ledge, right as he got off ledge like that, kind of gets him at escaping from that ledge guard situation. But oh my goodness, what great DI! Oh, goes for the down air. Some spaghetti's coming out. This is where it gets dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's in his head at this point.
Yeah. And there you have it.
Luxray NYC showing why he's at the top of our
Wait,
power
NYC
rankings
takes it over.
with a
BW
6
style.
consecutive win to win tonight's tournament. Funny enough, let's catch the instant replay.
I cannot believe he's at 6 wins. It's impressive.
That was actually pretty tense, though. I mean, I just managed to look over it, but he's still at 3 stocks, and I'm like, oh no, the down air.
No, I think the one thing that I can definitely comment on is that BW Styles is someone who moved into our series somewhere around what we would probably consider the end of our second season, beginning of season 3. And, you know, definitely is someone who kind of, you know, stuck around 4th, 5th place pretty consistently. And now, I mean, every week we're watching him really kind of battle for the title. And I think it's really amazing growth to watch on his part. You know, once again, I think Luxray champions do this pretty frequently. They show you why they're considered, you know, top level competition, because even when they take a loss to you previously, even when it seems like they've got a lot more wins to try to catch up to you, they show you that, hey, I'll go through, let's take a look at the bracket while I'm making note of it. You know, let's take a look. You know, it's like, hey, I'll go through RP4 to get back to you and then have an impressive win, you know, in that scenario as well. And so, you know, I think great win here for Luxray to end off the night, man. Congratulations on that. Guys, what do you guys think of tonight's results?
I would say the few words I'll say for it is that I'm glad that BW performed pretty well. I think that it seems like he's improving just a little bit each week as he plays against Luxray and RP4. And I think that that's only going to keep continuing. So good job to him tonight, and congratulations, Luxray.
Nice. Mike?
I'm definitely going to have to follow through with that statement too. BW, I mean, we've seen a lot. I mean, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff from him throughout this entire tournament, but ultimately, yeah, he did put a very formidable show. Luxray showing Luxray doing the same with RP4 with the Incin. I got confused again. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah, no, that wasn't him with Incineroar. But nonetheless, I think you're right on that, Mike. You know, he carried along some really great momentum from one fight right into the other. And, you know, again, one of probably our best and most seasoned characters when it comes to variety being the spice of life. Got a lot of characters that he throws out, has some fun with, but once he gets down to business, we definitely see the change in that. So we'll be back next week, guys, of course. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, of course, this coming week, we are going to be hosting a Street Fighter V tournament this Tuesday. So if you guys get a chance to, please be sure to hop in our Discord server. I know the link is below, and you guys will be able to see all of the tournaments that we'll be hosting over the course of the next couple of weeks to months. Also getting ready to throw Tekken back into the rotation, along with maybe a Saturday Gears of War event. You guys stay tuned for that. This is Kevin Fair signing off.